going on, everybody? It's 40B Nasty. I'm here to give an update on my tank. Yes, there is still my green hair algae, and for some reason my sea hare is neglecting it. But he is in there. But there's also another great thing in my tank, and that is this guy. One that I've always wanted. It is a green, blue, or psychedelic mandarin, whatever you would like to call it. He's a nice, fat, chunky male. I did stuff some Tigger pods in, and I also did stuff, I put a couple Tisbee pods in there, not much. I just did a little bit. Those are the best actually for keeping in your tank, and they will survive and actually propagate in there. So that's probably your best bet. And the Tigger pods, I find that it seems like the temperature is too much for them. Even though my tank's only at 77, I'm sure others will disagree, and that's fine. But I'm just saying, when I have them on, when I put them in there, I see them on my glass, and then either this guy's pounding them down, or they're just not surviving. But anyway, this guy's nice and healthy, so at least he's buying me some time with the health. He did actually get sick from the first 2 days he was in here, and I thought he was going to die right away, but for some reason, he ended up pulling through, and whatever it was that killed my spotted mandarin, my clownfish, and my tail-spotted blenny a month ago, I thought that's what he got nailed with, but he ended up pulling out of it. I definitely got to do a water change, that's for sure. But I'm here to show you exactly how I'm going to keep this guy alive, and that is with my feeding station for brine shrimp, and I'm going to put it right over here in the corner. Looks like a big old toilet bowl. And I'll show you exactly how it's done. So basically I took a little funnel. You could take a bottle cap, probably hot glue it to the top of the rigid tubing. And I took duct tape and I wrapped that around there so it doesn't leak. Go down to the bottom, take a hair dryer, and you can bend the tubing. And then I did a 5/16 drill hole into the side of the cup, and the top of the cup, all I did was I cut a hole in it, and I use a bag, or you can use a net, some kind of netting to hold the brine shrimp when you dump them in there. And where you dump them in goes right up there. It's pretty simple. You're gonna basically use a turkey baster, this thing. You're gonna suck that out of the brine shrimp hatchery, and I'll show you my brine shrimp hatchery real quick, along with the brine shrimp that I bought too. So this is the brine shrimp I bought. This is the spoon it comes with. It looks like cinnamon. The granule size is. This one I leave in my freezer, and what it is it's going to keep them longer. Like, you can keep them up to a year if you keep them in your freezer. So what you do is you separate a 3 to 4 week portion and leave that in your fridge. See, there's a little bit in there. So I'm just going to leave that in there, and I'm going to show you why I have smart water bottles. And this is to close out the video. I have brine shrimp hatcheries, 2 of them. This is very simple to build. Take this bottle, it's 33 ounces, cut it about right here, 1/3 of the way down, all the way around, okay? And what that becomes is your stand. See how there's a cut right there? Well, that's the bottom half of the bottle, right there. The top is basically like this, with the cap on, so you can get a good picture of it. I did that for both sides, and what I did was I took a 5/16 drill, put a hole in each one of those, run the air line through it, have it come down to this dual adjustable air line gauge, and basically this little airline runs to a 5-gallon pump, and it's that simple. and all I do is just run the pump. That's the only energy I use in this. And I did a little bit more brine strip in here than I did in here. It should be a lot more. A lot of people like to hatch a ton, but not me. I only get a certain amount of fish, so I'm not going to bomb my tank with it. And also what I did was I took black gravel rock and I stuck that in the bottom, so when the bottle goes down and it's placed in there, you can kind of twist it and it stays really nice and snug in there. And plus it gives it more stability on the stand, so it doesn't shake, it doesn't wobble, and it's going to be a little bit harder to knock down. So that's pretty much it. You know, I spent $3 on the bottle, $8 on the airline tube, $5 on the dual gauge right here that's adjustable, and $10 on a 5-gallon pump. And all I did was bought the rigid tubing for the fish station, the food station for it, and the funnel I already had, and the sippy cup I already had. So that's pretty much it. And if you like this video, you know, click the like button, subscribe. This is 40B Nasty out. Wish me luck and keep those mandarins fed, because that's what I need to do. Take care.